So in this video, we're going to look at the reverse of dividing decimals by powers of 10. We're actually going to look at the multiplying decimals by powers of 10. And it is a simple, very simple, and it's also the reverse of what we did in the previous video. And so with the whole remembrance of the decimal system and all that shifting now, so now we shifted the numbers in that direction, and so the numbers will be shifted in this direction, and that's just the reverse of it. So we don't need a lot of let's say a lot of details and so on with this kind of thing. So let's go. So if I have, let's say I have let's use a different marker. 2, let's say 2, 7.789 times 10. And so what is really going to happen is now, since this is being divided by multiplied by 10, the digit that is in the tenth place is going to be shifted to the left, and so it's going to increase. It's actually increasing. The number is actually increasing. When we're dividing, the numbers are actually getting smaller, as you realize that each time you have a big number dividing the number, like let's say you have two whole numbers in the decimal, you're dividing by 1,000, you realize that your answer will be 0 point something because the digit is actually getting smaller. It's shifting the numbers over into the decimal. And so what multiplication does, it pushes the numbers to the left and actually increasing the value compared to the original value that was here. And so what this 0 does, it actually shifts the digit that is in the tens place. So our answer will be 277.89. And so if we're actually going to multiply this by, let's say they multiply by 100, you should actually move the digit that is in the 10th and the 100th place. And so shift, so the thing is that each number again will be shifted twice or 2 steps forward. And so we actually move this to 2778.9. And so you can actually see that's just the concept. Depending on how many decimal, depending on how many, what power of 10 actually multiplying the digits by. So let's say we have 3.0001. And let's say we're going to multiply this by 100. It's the same concept. So since you have 2 zeros, 100, so you're going to move the tens and the hundreds. You're going to have 300 point let's hold 0.01. And if you actually look at it logically, if I have 100 being multiplied by 3, it's very close to, well, it's actually, it must be 300. It's actually increasing to 300, because 3 times 100 gives us 300. And as you can see, the 3.001 is actually increasing. It's actually increasing by the powers of 10 times 10, which is 100. And so we must have 100 as the that's 100, but the place value of 100, and will actually be 3 digits, because 3 digits in the whole number represents 100.